Hello and welcome to my webpage and to my channel Schema Therapy with Susan. Today I will continue introducing the 18 early maladaptive schemas within the framework of Jeffrey Young's schema therapy model. In this video we will find out more about the subjugation schema, which belongs to the other directedness schema domain. As we have already clarified, the early maladaptive schemas are psychological constructs that include maladaptive beliefs about ourselves, the world, and other people. Schema therapy's basic idea is that when the normal, healthy developmental needs of childhood are not met, early maladaptive schemas will develop. These will later lead to self-defeating behavior patterns. For more general information on schema therapy, click the link in the description, and for more information on the other schemas, you can check out my webpage and my channel. The subjugation schema refers to the belief that one must submit to the control of others in order to avoid negative consequences. Clients often fear that unless they submit, others will get angry or reject them. When activated, this schema may understandably trigger compliant, fear-driven behaviors or, to the other extreme, angry, passive-aggressive, or self-soothing behaviors. Importantly, in reality, clients are not actually trapped or helpless. It is rather a sense that they have developed and stops them from breaking out of this pattern. The person may experience an excessive sense of having to obey or surrender to the demands of others to avoid negative consequences. This may require to suppress their own needs, desires, feelings, opinions, or decisions. It is closely linked with a sense of helplessness, feeling trapped, or inability to speak out and assert themselves. People affected by this schema act in a socially acceptable way by doing everything everybody is asking of them. Subjugation basically prevents the person's assertiveness, putting in boundaries, expressing his or her feelings, and dealing with conflict. So, in case of this schema, there is a feeling of fear and anxiety around expressing the true feelings and needs because the person may anticipate some kind of retaliation, humiliation, or rejection. He or she may also worry of not being able to cope with the after effect of expressing true needs and feelings. As the person lacks boundaries and cannot say no, others may take advantage on him or her and act disrespectfully. Underneath this schema, there is usually a lot of built-up tension, anger, and resentment toward people and themselves, leading to frustration and loneliness. Sometimes this tension explodes out of nowhere or can be directed at others through passive-aggressive ways. People affected by this schema might fail to return calls, ignore people, turn up late, or half-heartedly complete their tasks. Here are some items to think about if you are considering whether the subjugation schema resonates with you. Relationships are never really fulfilling as the person is not honest about his or her thoughts and feelings. They may spend a lot of time people-pleasing and doing what others want, so people never get to see who they really are what they really think and feel inside. The person does not give people the information needed to have a close, intimate relationship. So, needs for secure attachment and connection will not be met. People with this schema can end up in abusive relationships either with partners, friends, or colleagues because they don't speak up for themselves and allow people to trample over their boundaries. The subjugation schema has huge effects on self-esteem and self-confidence as well. People who have this schema are not true to themselves, so they end up feeling controlled and disempowered. In people who have the subjugation schema, their feelings, thoughts, and actions were not appreciated by their authoritarian parents during their childhood. They obeyed parental commands, fearing the repercussions. They were usually raised in households where it was dangerous to express the feelings or speak up for themselves. It's very common for people who have this schema that they have been physically, emotionally, or sexually abused. As a child, it was in their best interest to stay quiet and small to avoid harm. Some of them had a volatile parent, or there was a lot of conflict and stress in the home, so self-expression was associated with fear, retaliation, or humiliation. In schema therapy, first of all, clients become aware that their negative expectations about the consequences of self-expression to significant others are exaggerated. Then they need to learn that they are acting in a healthy manner when they express their needs and feelings in an appropriate way. For this purpose, assertiveness skills have to be developed through, for example, role-playing techniques. The clients will experiment with setting boundaries in relationships regarding what they will and will not do for others. Using experiential techniques, clients usually express their anger and assert their rights to the controlling parent within an imaginary situation. It is vital for the future to select relatively non-controlling partners and friends. As a result of schema therapy, the clients will feel more connected to the people as well as their personal feelings and needs. If you are interested in schema therapy, you can contact me at my email address. Check out my webpage for more information and regular self-development activity updates.